Empire star JUSSIE SMOLLETT reported that he had been the victim of an alleged hate crime. He said he had been attacked in the streets of Chicago, that he had been thrown bleach upon, that he had a noose put around his neck, that racial and homophobic slurs were yelled at him, and that the phrase MAGA country was yelled. As detectives revealed this morning, they now believe and feel confirmed in that JUSSIE SMOLLETT orchestrated this entire attack. Now, JUSSIE SMOLLETT's legal team has told ET that he is innocent until proven guilty and that they plan to mount a, quote, aggressive defense. But this press conference this morning was an emotional press conference. You see here speaking Superintendent Eddie Johnson, a lifelong resident of Chicago. He talked about the impact of this apparent hoax on the city. He talked about his frustration as a black man in learning that this was apparently a hoax. And he spoke about the evidence that police have spent the last few weeks gathering in great detail. We want to play you just a little bit of this press conference, which went for about 45 minutes now. Here's Eddie Johnson.
This announcement today recognizes that Empire actor JUSSIE SMOLLETT took advantage of the pain and anger of racism to promote his career. I'm left hanging my head and asking why. Why would anyone, especially an African-American man, use the symbolism of a noose to make false accusations? How could someone look at the hatred and suffering associated with that symbol and see an opportunity to manipulate that symbol to further his own public profile?
So the big takeaways from this press conference include an apparent motive. Eddie Johnson, superintendent, said that they believe that JUSSIE SMOLLETT orchestrated and staged this attack all because of his salary on Empire. Here's another bit from the press conference.
News commentators and even presidential candidates weighed in on something that was choreographed by an actor. First, Smollett attempted to gain attention by sending a false letter that relied on racial, homophobic, and political language. When that didn't work, Smollett paid $3,500 to stage this attack and drag Chicago's reputation through the mud in the process. And why? This stunt was orchestrated by Smollett because he was dissatisfied with his salary.
So a huge reveal there. Superintendent Eddie Johnson saying that police believe that JUSSIE SMOLLETT orchestrated all of this because he was dissatisfied with his salary on the hit Fox show Empire. Fox had stood behind JUSSIE SMOLLETT over the past few weeks as this investigation took turns and had ups and downs, but they are now giving no comments. The latest from ET is, the latest that Fox has given ET is that they have no comment on the investigation. So, other big takeaways from this press conference. We got a timeline. Police broke down a specific timeline of the past couple of weeks as they've interviewed, they said, more than 100 people, that they have put out 50 or so, if not more, warrants and subpoenas, that they have looked at footage from dozens of cameras. They said that they looked at cameras that were both government cameras and private sector cameras, and they thanked the community, saying that many private cameras were what helped them put together this investigation. They gave details on saying that they have a check from JUSSIE SMOLLETT to the brothers, a check for $3,500 to orchestrate this attack.